Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello students, good afternoon. This is Moshfeka Akter Chowdhury and we are now in the online class of Dr. Khastagir Government Girls High School. Our today's class is an English first paper class and it's English for today for class 9. So let's begin the class. Okay, at the beginning there is a beautiful picture for you. It's beautiful, isn't it? Lots of waters, the colors of waters and the beautiful view. It's a picture of a sea. My dear students, today we have some more pictures for you. Dear students, let's enjoy more pictures of seas. In this picture, we can see the beautiful beaches, clean and clear waters, beautiful skies, and we can see that there are some houses in water. Dear students, do you know there is a country which is in ocean and the country consists of couple of islands? Yes, these are all the pictures of that country and the name of the country is Maldives. Today we are gonna know more about the country Maldives. Alright, in the present slide we have a map of the Republic of Maldives. Dear students, as you all know, Maldives is our neighboring country and the whole country is nothing but islands and the whole country is in the Indian Ocean. So dear students, our today's topic is Unit 6, Our Neighbors, Lesson 3, The Maldives. Learning outcomes of the lesson. After we have studied this lesson, we will be able to read and comprehend text, ask and answer questions, complete a table with the information from the text, and write paragraphs summarizing the text. So, before starting reading the text, we have some new words to discuss about. Our first word is cluster. Dear student, do you know what is the meaning of cluster? Yes, cluster means bunch or clump. Our second word is string and it means chain or cord. And then we have the word settler. Settler. Do you know what's the meaning of settler? Yes, settler means colonist. A person who settles in a new country. And then we have abolish. What's the meaning of abolish? It means terminate or eradicate. Alright, here we have the reading passage. Dear students, you will get the passage in your English for Today book, page number 84. So, let's read the text. The Republic of Maldives is an island country in the Indian Ocean. It has 1199 islands that are clustered into 26 major atolls. An atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef or a string of closely spaced coral islands. The natural coral reefs of the Maldives are surrounded by the sea all around and stand out as a pearl in the Indian Ocean. The Maldives is the 8th smallest country in the world with an area of only 300 square kilometers. It is the smallest Asian country in terms of population and size. People have been living on the islands of the Maldives for nearly 3000 years. They set sail from different parts of the world, Asia, Arabia, Europe and America, to come to these islands. The earliest settlers of the Maldives were probably from southern India and Sri Lanka, who came to these islands in the 4th or 5th centuries BC. In the 12th century AD, sailors from East Africa and Arab countries came to the Maldives. As a result, the Maldivians, who were originally Buddhist, were converted to Sunni Islam in the mid-12th century. In 1344, Ibn Battuta, a famous Arab historian and scholar, travelled around the Maldives. In the 16th century, the Portuguese conquered the Maldives and ruled the country for 15 years. Although governed as an independent Islamic Sultanate for most of its history from 1153 to 1968, the Maldives was a British colony from 1887 to 1965. Following independence from Britain in 1965, the Sultanate continued to operate for another 3 years. On November 11, 1968, the Sultanate was abolished and replaced by a republic, and the country assumed its present name. The Maldives is famous as a tourist destination because of its pleasant weather, heavenly beaches and lagoons, luxurious holiday resorts, and peace-loving people. The Maldives were ranked as the best country for beautiful beaches and facilities for recreation in 2008. The Maldives is well known for being the lowest country in the world. Unfortunately, this small country with idyllic natural beauty is under threat from rising sea levels due to global warming. Most of the country is just 1.5 meters above sea level, with the highest point of 2.3 meters. Many predictions have been made with respect to Maldives being swept away by the rising water level in the Indian Ocean. When the power tsunami of 2004 hit the island nation, many of the island's dry parts were flooded by the seawater. The government of the Maldives has begun to purchase land from nearby countries for resettling its people in case the islands go underwater. In order to highlight the threats of global warming to its low-lying islands, the government of Maldives held a cabinet meeting underwater in 2009. That was the first ever underwater cabinet meeting in the world. The meeting took place about 5 meters underwater in a blue-green lagoon on a small island. While underwater, the cabinet signed a document calling on all nations to cut their carbon emissions. So, dear students, that's the whole text about the Republic of Maldives. Read it again, cause after that we have to do some exercises on this text. Now we have some questions on the screen. Dear students, you have to find out the answers and write it down in your copies. So our first question is, what is an atoll? Question number 2, how many countries in the world are smaller than the Maldives in size? Our third question is, when was Islam introduced in the Maldives? Number 4, what makes the Maldives an ideal place for the tourist? Question number 5, what dangers of climate change might affect the Maldives? And question number 6, do you support the idea of having a cabinet meeting underwater? What could be the reason for holding such a strange meeting? So dear students, you have to write down the answer in your copies. Dear students, now we have another exercise from the text. On the screen we can see a table, but the table is not completed. We have to use words from the text to complete the table. And the table is divided in 2 columns. The first one is time and the second one is fact. So let's try to complete the table. 12th century, the sailors from African and Arab countries started to settle in the islands. Buddhism was dashed by Islam. what should be the word? Yes, it is replaced. A famous scholar and historian named Ibn Battuta visited the islands of the Maldives. And what's the time? It's in 1344. 16th century, the Portuguese occupied the Maldives and became the dash of the country for 15 years. Dear students, what can we use in this gap? It's rulers. 1887, beginning of the British dash era. We can use the word colonial in this gap. Then Maldives became independent from the British rule. And what's the time? It is 1965. And 1968, end of Islamic Sultanate and dash of the Republic of Maldives. And what should be in the gap? Beginning. So, end of Islamic Sultanate and beginning of the Republic of Maldives. Dear students, hope you have completed all the previous exercises regarding the text. Now we have another exercise from the text, and it's a true-false activity. There are some sentences and you have to find out if the sentences are true or false. And if the sentence is false, you have to give the correct information. So the first one is, only 7 countries in the world are smaller in size than the Maldives. Is it true or false? What do you think, dear girls? Yes, it's a true statement. Then the second one is, no other South Asian country has a population smaller than the Maldives. Is it true or false? Yes, it's also a true statement. Maldives has the smallest population among the countries of South Asia. And statement number 3, the islands of the Maldives were inhabited in 12th century. What do you think, dear girls? Is it true? No, it's a false statement. The islands of the Maldives were inhabited in the 4th and 5th century. Then statement number 4. The Maldives was an independent Islamic Sultanate from 1153 to 1968. Is it true or false? Yes, it's a true statement. Then statement number 5. The Maldives was ranked as the second best country for natural beauty in 2008. Dear girls, what do you think? Is it a correct statement? No, it's a false statement. So what is the correct statement? The correct statement is, the Maldives was ranked as the best country for natural beauty in 2008. So now we have completed the true-false activity as well. Students, now we are at the last part of our today's class. Now there is a task that you have to complete in your home, and it is, you have to summarize the text on your own, and it is your homework. So these all for today. Goodbye.